Hi, this is Bridget Rao with Divine Essentials. Okay, so I wanted to make a video to see how Mercury Retrograde is going to be. And I have a new gift from one of my subscribers on the Bridget Rao channel. It says, "Hi Bridget, thank you so much for your awesome readings. I love your light, love and light, Kristen." Thank you very much, Kristen. This is a beautiful deck. It is the Barbary Zodiac Oracle, and I'm very grateful. I'm not even sure how many decks have been sent from her, but I have a lot, and I'm just very thankful for you. You have gone above and beyond, so thank you. This deck has 26 cards. It has the elements, the signs, and then it has the, whatchamacallit, the planets. So I'm gonna just see I'm just gonna see what kind of influences and energies are coming through. And I actually picked up this deck myself, the Starstream Oracle deck. I love it. And it's got Pleiadian energy. It's got a lot of star energy, actually. But when I saw the thing on it, I saw the Pleiadian energy right away, and I wanted it. So I treated myself to it. And I've signed up for Vimeo, and I've signed up for Patreon. So I'm going to be having some, subscriptions available for people to sign on for, like, extended stuff and information. Beyond what I do here and on the other channel. So sometimes I may do like a short video here and then do an extended version on one of those other platforms. I probably do it on Vimeo for a certain price, and then also put my extended things on my Patreon, so that if people are wanting to have like the full thing on everything I do in a month, they can just do like one monthly payment for the whole thing and get like everything that would be on Vimeo anyways. So anyways, I'm going to deal with all that stuff soon. But for Mercury Retrograde, the energies we have here, don't take anything for granted. You are not abandoned, and nothing is absolute. Change is the only constant. So we know Mercury Retrograde can impact our communication. It can impact our traveling. They say not to take on any like new projects. Like, don't decide like, oh, I'm gonna do this. Like, I decided on the Vimeo and Patreon thing way before this. So, but it's like you don't want to decide on big things like that during the time of it. We're probably already feeling the shadow of it. We have the G1 electromagnetic storm happening. We have the end of the 9-year cycle happening. We just went through the 222 portal. We've got the new moon in Pisces energy coming. Like, a lot of stuff, okay? A lot of emotions, a lot of energy, a lot of craziness is happening. So it says, don't take anything for granted. I feel like something that's going to be important right now is trying to find gratitude, like maybe starting a gratitude list, or just being grateful in your mind, going through that within your mind. But, I did a gratitude journal a few years ago, and it really did help. In like every day I would add on, like, so the first of the month I did one thing to be grateful for, the second day of the month I did 2 things, and by the end of the month I was writing a list of 30 things I was grateful for, but it was different, stuff from the day before and the day before that. So it really forces you to start looking at things to be grateful for, but it also shows you how many things there are to be grateful for, and then it brings you more things to be grateful for. So it may be that to help get through this energy of the retrograde, to just really focus on things that you're grateful for and to manifest more things. And then with You Are Not Abandoned, you may, be going through some shifting and difficult communication. And, you may have a falling out with somebody. Know that you're not abandoned, and that nothing is absolute. Change is only constant. So if you do go through any conflict, try to look at the things that are positive about whatever you go through, and stay in a high vibration as much as possible, and know that even if you have a falling out with somebody, or just something doesn't work out as you planned, nothing is absolute. Everything is constantly changing. Things will shift. And we have Gemini energy coming through. So Gemini, we know, is a planet, is connected to the planet of communication, is a very airy, communicative sign. But Gemini is also a little bipolar. Like, one part of them is like, I'm going to do this, and the other part of them is like, no, I'm not. And so they're hot and cold. And it's funny because they've got dragons on this deck with like an ice dragon and a fire dragon. And so you may go through this, all right? You may go through some wishy-washy back and forth bullshit inside of you, like, oh, I want this, no, I don't. I'm going to do this, no, I'm not. And that may cause some conflict within your communication, or you may even have people coming to you in that type of communication or in that type of energy where they're really hot and cold. And so that could cause like you to feel abandoned in one moment and then to realize, oh, nope, they're back. Oh, nope, they're gone again. Oh, nope, they're back. Realize that nothing is absolute. Everything changes, so whatever's going on in that way, and it could be in other areas too. Like, you may feel like very abundant one moment and then like go into this place of anxiety in the next, or you may feel like this fiery passion inside of you to do something, to start a new project, and then you lose all desire to do it. So again, that's why they say, like, don't take on any new big projects, because you may be like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and then all of a sudden you're like, it draws cold. So especially don't say, don't make a commitment to anybody or anything, especially if you're, feeling that fiery, passionate, good energy, and then the next moment you're kind of down. You don't want to, like, make a commitment to something and then abandon it, and then, have people, like, have a falling out with somebody, or even with yourself, being like, oh, why did I do that? And maybe somebody does that to you. So maybe somebody's going to be in that fiery energy, and they say something, and then they abandon you, So just know that people may have this fire inside of them. They may want to take charge and do things with that Leo type of energy, and then very much a different story the next moment. Okay, so let's see what else comes. Oh, Earth. Earth is like off to the side. So the element of Earth is coming through for the retrograde. I feel like it would be a great time to ground, to keep yourself grounded, to work, with like the grounding stones or grounding scents. You could use a lot of different essential oils to help you stay grounded, like any of the earthy scents, or like Palo Santo can help. I have like Palo Santo sprays I use. I have a blend that I created called Grounded Protection, which has sandalwood, cedar wood in it, and that, that mix smells really good, and it helps you to stay grounded. You could work with like obsidian, Apache tears, tiger's eye, really any of the black or dark stones help with grounding. And going outside in nature helps to ground. So maybe going outside and just like walking around instead of going for a drive maybe you're like wanting to get out of the house. Instead of going in for a drive, go for a walk, so that you're not like putting yourself in a bad place while you're in a bad energy, and then allow yourself to ground. Maybe even ground before you drive, or before you, if you have to travel, say you're going somewhere, you're going on vacation, ground yourself and make sure that you're not like gonna go just mess up your travel and your trip and do anything crazy. Let's see what else comes through for Mercury Retrograde, for Starseeds, Lightworkers, Empaths. Alright, I've got like the whole deck here, but these ones wanted to jump off when I picked them up. So I've got You Are the Oracle and Acclimate, Accept Where You Are. So I feel like people may get a little antsy, like I was just saying, like you may get this fiery passion inside of you, you want to like run off and go do something crazy. Try not to go from one extreme to the next during this process, all right? And try to keep yourself balanced out, grounded, and acclimate to what's going on, accept what's going on, and try not to like force anything, or force anybody else to do anything, or not to listen to others who are trying to force you. Like, just accept what's going on in your life and know that you have answers inside of you to seek out at this time. It says You Are the Oracle, so it would be a good time to go inward and to reflect. This is that time of the year where it's one final time before spring is sprung, where you can go inward and to connect with the shadow aspects to that inner child, and to do things that are going to help you to process anything that needs healing inside of you. Out on the bottom of the deck, I have Divine Union, Sacred Lineage. So it could really be a good time for you to go inside and find the answers that are going to help you feel balanced and whole, complete. For some of you, you may have a partnership come in. You know, you may have somebody come back from the past. Communication is affected here. So sometimes it can make people want to reach out to you that you haven't talked to in a while, or it can put a bad thing on the communication you do have with somebody that you're communicating with at this time. But with divine union, it seems like you guys, like something could happen where people in your life come back into your life, or new people come into your life. Just some sort of union is going to happen with people. You could find new soulmates or soul tribe members, or just really even kind of connect with yourself. Again, with that you are the oracle message, it could be a time of going inward and finding that divine union inside of yourself, which is ultimately what we should all be doing. You know, not seeking people outside of us to make us feel whole and complete. We got to look within, and that number is 44, which is an angel number. And I feel like finding that divine union of a foundation inside of you can help you. And we've got call and protection, so make sure you're protecting yourself during this time, especially if you have to travel. And anytime you get in the car, do anything, even if you're just going to be walking down the side of the road, like, protect yourself, so that you are in a place of protection and guidance from the divine. You know, get into that grounded state, you know, go into that reflective mode and take care of yourself. Call on Saint Germain and the violet flame to transmute any energies that may arise inside of this, so that you're balancing and you're not in that wishy-washy hot and cold energy. Also, you could, you know, cut cords to anything that has been happening in your life negative, or to the people in your life that has had some negative stuff. And I'm seeing bitter resentment or bitter revenge leads to destruction. So if anything happens, or if you've got anger inside of you towards somebody right now, you're going to want to really cut those cords and things, because all that it does is destruct you from within. When you're angry with somebody, you're sad with somebody, or whatever, like whatever resentment you have towards them, or whatever bitterness you're holding on towards them, it doesn't do anything to them. It just eats you up from inside, and it drops your vibration down, and it makes you feel shitty. So try to forgive and forget, and, you know, let things go, so that you can feel good and better about yourself and what's going on in your life at this time. Find that union inside. Protect yourself from these influences outside. And maybe this is something that's going to happen during the retrograde, where you do get a little angry and bitter with somebody. Try not to hold on to it too long, because again, it's just going to eat you up from the inside. And we're all energy and frequencies, and when you're going down in your vibration due to one thing, it impacts everything. It makes it so that you can't work. It makes it so that you can't sleep. It makes it so that you can't, you know, attract abundance in different areas. You don't attract in the right relationships into your life, and you're not in a place of divine union. So let go of anything like that and dance your troubles away. So if you're feeling kind of triggered or whatever, or if you're just getting things don't work out right, just let it go. Dance whatever happens away. Like, tap into that inner child inside of you who wants to play and dance and laugh and sing and paint and get creative and write little, you know, affirmation lists and gratitude lists, and take some time out to just really be. Take a bath, you know, take a nice long hot bath where you can just soak. Use some essential oils, light some incense, do some stuff that can raise your vibration. Dance and have fun, and don't take things so serious. And then You Are Not Alone in the Universe has come through, and it's number 9, so it may be the ending of a cycle of where you've been alone for a while. Maybe you do have a new person coming in to bring you union energy or love. Or again, you could have new people coming into your life to assist you. But again, it could be a time of reflectiveness where you just realize you're never alone, because you are your own union, and you have thousands and thousands and thousands of ancestors and spirit around you in all moments. You've got animals around you. You've got the signs and the synchronicity around you all the time. Like, you are never alone. You're always being bombarded with something. And, you know, maybe it is time to go inside and do some reflective work, because you want to realize that and work with that, and then try to like connect with that place inside of yourself that doesn't feel alone or isolated or locked away or sad. And because again, this is a time, look at be open to communication from an unexpected place. This is a time where people get maybe a little nostalgic, or they get this pull to reach out to somebody that they've talked to in the past. So you could have somebody coming in that you're not expecting it, or you may have somebody pop up into your mind that you're not expecting to think about, and you may have a desire to communicate with them. So, or you could just like think about somebody that you haven't thought about in a long time, and you're like, oh wait, what was that? and you can have like weird dreams and just different things, so you could get communication within your dreams. There's a lot of different ways that can happen. And we have enter the silence and listen. So make sure that you are taking that time out to go inward and reflect, all right, and listen to what it is that your soul is telling you to do at this time, so that you're staying in that place of grounded, balanced, healed, whole, protected, divinely guided. And then we have be calm and anchor your energy. So just make sure that you're in a calmness too. Take more time out to meditate, take more time out to reflect, spend some time away from others, so that you're not, setting yourself up for arguments or, those wishy-washy hot and cold experiences. And then we got protect your sacred body temple. So again, this message of protection. Protect yourself from the influences of emotions running rampant and rabid through this situation. Because now we've got prepare for a major event. So really, you could have something that throws you through a loop. You could have something that brings up a lot of emotions. You could start thinking about something you thought you were done with, and you're like, oh shit, why am I thinking about that? And then it can bring up a bunch of sadness or anger or resentment or whatever, something that makes you bitter. So, or you could have something happen big that brings those things up. That you just didn't expect at all, so try to stay calm, anchor your energy, be prepared for these types of things. And when you're in a place of preparedness, it's a lot easier to deal with it than just having it come out of nowhere. So just try to it says be firm in your resolve and commit to yourself. So oh my goodness. And then underneath that is gratitude. Honor the sacred in every creation. And it's just definitely that energy I was just talking about. Stay in that energy of being grateful for what's going on. A sacred gift is coming to you. So for some of you, this could be abundance. For others of you, it could be somebody that is a new person or an old person or whatever. For others of you, it could just really be that it's like a new way of being for you. You're more connected with your divine self. You're feeling more united within yourself. You're not allowing the influences outside of you, like these major events that are all going on, coinciding at the same time, to mess up your sacred body temple, to take your emotions out of whack. You're just staying committed into that place of like, I've got this. I know what I'm doing. I know what I want. I know how to get what I want. I'm going to be grateful for every part of this journey. I'm going to listen to my spirit guides. I know I'm never alone. And in that knowing that you're never alone, that helps to bring people and situations and experiences into you that make you feel even more of that contentment and happiness and that energy of being relaxed. Okay, so a sacred gift is coming to you. Something, beautiful can come of this time if you stay in that high vibration and you don't look at it as like, oh no, Mercury Retrograde, it's gonna be bad. When people do that, they set themselves up to fail. So prepare for it in a new way of gratitude. Like, oh, wow, you know what? This is a great time for like this, and this is a great time for that, because everybody put this bad connotation on it, just like people put a bad reputation with the number 666. Like, it doesn't have to have that meaning. Only if you hold on to that meaning and believe that meaning, then it's going to have bad things around it. So you want to become the creator of your reality by being calm and listening and anchoring your energy into that place of gratitude and trusting that you can ride out anything, and be open to this communication, being good communication, being communication from the divine. Maybe you're going to start having clairaudient gifts kick on. Like, I had clairaudient gifts kick on not too long ago I was like, holy shit, what is this? And like my dreams, like usually I only dream when there's one certain person in it. Like, I know I have other dreams, but I don't usually remember it. I've actually been having dreams this week. Like earlier today, I had a dream about my dad, and then last night when I was in bed, I had a dream. No, it was the night before, I think. I had a dream that I had a fight with my ex's, the person that I lived with for a while, the woman that I lived with. Like, I had a fight with her, and it was just crazy. But, like, and then the dream I had today was with my dad. But it was just weird because I never remember dreams unless there's only one person in it. And so we could be receiving messages. And again, those are conflicted things. I'm not fighting with my dad. I have no reason to go fight with that woman, you know, so we got to break these negative cycles while they're approaching. So that could be that silence that you're entering into, to go in and look at what is inside of there that needs to be healed. What resentment could you be holding on to from past connections or past experiences? That could be a sacred gift to you, to go, even to just remember your dreams is an awesome gift, because now I can get those messages in that way. So I'm going to be grateful, even though it was not such a great dream. You know, I'm going to be grateful for the fact that I'm remembering the dream, and I'm grateful for the fact that Spirit is now showing me new ways of communicating. So maybe you have a falling out with somebody and then there's a bunch of silence. We'll be grateful for it, because now it's giving you an opportunity to go within and honor this place inside of yourself that's, you know, surrounded by spirit and surrounded by opportunity. Dance away the troubles. Don't be bitter when this shit happens. Know that everything happens for a reason. And, you know, the retrograde is for a reason. Everything is for a reason. When you get into that energy, you're in a place of a divine union. You're protecting yourself from the influences of the world that aren't so great, or the beliefs in the world that aren't so great. You just acclimate and you accept what's going on around you, and you're like, it just is. It's all good. And that it will change. Everything always changes. I'm not going to take for granted anything. I'm going to take for granted the conflict. I'm going to take for granted, I'm not going to take for granted the conflict. I'm not going to take for granted anything. I'm going to look at it all as an opportunity. And I know that I'm not abandoned, because I have these answers inside of me to work with. Okay? So I hope that you guys have a wonderful Mercury retrograde. I hope that, you know, things go smooth for you. I hope that this message assists you in that. If you like the video, like it. If you don't, dislike it. That either way will help to get other people here that may resonate with my messages. If you'd like to donate to the channel, there will be a link down below. If you'd like to donate a new Oracle deck or tarot deck, I have a Amazon wishlist down there. I am taking a break from private readings right now, so if you order one, it will be 3 weeks before it comes back. I just need to take a little bit of a breather from all the private readings and focus my attention onto some other things. So thank you, thank you, thank you. In your name, namaste.